You are watching a TikToker by the name of West who has gone viral for posting about how he, as he refers to it, barebacks or raw dogs on flights. And if you think this is a sexual act, it's not, although the terminology makes it seem as such. So it's going on a flight and really unplugging, no distractions. You're not on your phone, you're not watching a movie, you're not, toiling with food on that little fold out table thing that they have on the planes. No, it's all about sitting there with your thoughts and genuinely not giving into any other distraction. And he's not the only one doing that. So West recently spoke to GQ about the trend and why he started flying this way, saying that for West, the practice simply resulted from how much he has to travel for his work in the music industry. He says, quote, "I got sick of watching the same movies." They have the same movies on the plane. You get kind of bored if you're traveling a lot for work. He also told GQ that raw-dogging flights is a meditative practice for him, even stating that he gets his best ideas on those plane trips. He states that visually, you're kind of impaired. You only get to look at the seat in front of you, to your right or left if you're at the window. All you hear is that drumming sound of the engine. It's just white noise. When I saw my mom upon landing, she was like, "You have so much energy." And I'm like, "I feel fine, I feel recharged. I feel like I've been able to have time to myself." But apparently some men are taking this new trend to new lengths, going a little too far if you ask me. They are foregoing bathroom breaks. I don't know how that makes any sense. And they're refusing to eat anything on their flights, even if it's a long flight. Wes says that the women who have commented on his videos are usually doing so to express shock. Taking flights raw seems to be a masculine thing, he says. Everything's about looking cool. Most guys embrace it as a joke or like, "We are so hard. David Goggins has nothing on us." So, I guess I'll allow it as long as I'm not forced to do it. But I do think there is something to be said about really unplugging from technology and being able to sit with your thoughts or going for a walk without listening to anything and walking with your thoughts. I tend to think about new ideas the most when I go on those types of walks. So I totally get what he's saying.
Well, I'm the OG of raw dogging on flights. I pretty much invented this thing. This kid's a new kid on the block, if you will. But I didn't do it to be hard, okay? And it wasn't like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna prove myself."
Oh yeah?
I'm not going to the bathroom. I'm not going to eat those delicious little cinnamon cookies that Delta has. The only thing good in the flights.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like the graham cookies or whatever.
I think it's like a gingerbread kind of thing.
Something. Yeah. You all know what I'm saying. All right, so listen, guys. There's a good reason to do it, which is like the guy said at the end. In real life, how often do you get to just pause and think? And so I know a lot of people are uncomfortable with it and they don't want to think. I'm always reminded of the Trump line where one of his biographers asked him, "Do you ever do any introspection?" He's like, "Oh no, I'm afraid of what I would find." And I was like, that's the most honest I've ever seen Trump, right? But he's not alone, let's be honest. A lot of folks are worried about what they find out if they do some introspection. And so they don't want to question the way that they think. And it's like, at the same time, I get it, guys. It's easy to watch a movie and you're on a plane and it's boring. I totally get it. But for me, I actually want to watch the movies because I don't get a chance to watch the movies. I want to catch up on my reading. I want to do all these things. But I don't get a chance to because I'm so busy raw dogging.
Oh my God, Cenk, come on.
No, but seriously, I'm so busy doing, actually thinking through my life, right? Because it is a great opportunity. It is a great opportunity. So look, if you're flying coach as I do, it's a little hard to concentrate when there's some guy next to you as big as me and then we're overlapping like shoulders and arms and legs. It's a disaster. Watch a movie, distract yourself from that, right? But the last couple of flights I've gotten really lucky and there's been no middle seat. I'm like, yes, that's like winning the lottery, right? That's when I raw dog like crazy.
Oh my God. Raw dog just sounds nasty.
It does, it does. And actually comes back to Trump, if you will. Okay, so but he did with Stormy.
Yeah.
Anyway, but back to this flight dogging or whatever we're calling it. So think through, hey, what am I doing? I know, like for some of you, you hate it. If you hate it, don't do it, right? But for some of you, you might actually like it. You might, which direction am I going at work? Which direction am I going in my life? Am I sure that's the right thing? Am I sure that, that what my parents taught me is right? The religion I was born to, right? I'll give you one simple example. Like 99% of the people who are in a certain religion were born in that religion. So you were all magically born into the right religion, and everyone else was born into the wrong religion.
Obviously.
You sure about that, dog? Okay, so just, if you're that type of person, it's a great opportunity. Think that through. Wait, I was born Christian, but there's all those Muslims and they were born Muslim and they're positive that Islam is right. Not necessarily that Islam is right, but wait a minute, am I positive that I'm right, right? But I just use religion as an example. You can do that with 1,000 things, right? Am I sure that the political party that I was born into is right? Am I sure about this, that, the other thing? It's a great opportunity. I would encourage you to take it. So we've seen a lot of dumb trends in social media. This one's not so bad.
Yeah, this is a great trend. I look, anything that encourages people to just unplug from technology. Like the other stuff I don't really care too much about, but technology also has this impact on our brains, right? A negative impact in some ways, where I've noticed that my attention span is a lot shorter. And so it's part of the reason why I'll force myself to go on long walks without my phone, without anything, because I just wanna walk, be in nature without like listening to something or being on my phone. How many people have you come across while walking who are like literally like looking down at their phone as they're crossing the street?
I've seen it so many times.
That technological addiction is very real and it's having an impact on our brains. It's rewiring our brains in certain ways. So I love this. I think it's a good idea. Don't deprive yourself of bathroom breaks if you gotta go to the bathroom. That doesn't make you hard. I'm not impressed by that. I'm not like, oh wow, that guy really has to pee, but he's holding it like hot.
And the original, yeah, right. Oh, that guy didn't eat the cinnamon cookies hot. Why? Anyway, so guys, the original idea was to spend a little time with yourself, not going to the bathroom and not eating a snack. Has nothing to do with that. You just like took it in a weirder direction to show how masculine you are.
Yeah, but don't spend too much time with yourself in the bathroom, okay?
Yeah, oh, no, that's a different thing. All right, look, last two things on this. So number one, for our members, I'm gonna tell you how to meditate on a plane. Really? Do I know how? Well, I've been doing it for years, so give my thoughts a shot here and see if it makes sense for you. TYT.com/team to become a member. But the last thing is, on flights is kind of perfect because when you sit down, think, where am I going? And it shouldn't be just for this flight, it should be where am I going in life? And so if you say, I don't like thinking about that, well look, everybody, you do you, boo, right? But for most of us, it probably would help if every once in a while you thought, hey, where am I going? Thanks for watching the Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.